Well, hello everybody, welcome to Jeff's baking blog. The other day when I was doing a recipe, I mentioned that I had rather too many eggs, and that was one of the reasons for that particular recipe. And today's recipe is going to be for that purpose as well. I still have too many eggs, and I also have too many lemons. So what I'm going to do is make some lemon curd. And this is quite a simple recipe, and there are different ways of doing it. Some people put all the ingredients into a saucepan and heat it and stir it round. Others put it on a Bain Marie and do it a bit at a time, and that's what I'm going to do, but with a particular difference that I hope will prevent any scrambling of the eggs. It's quite straightforward. You do need a pot of boiling water, but only enough in the bottom of the pot so that when you put a metal pan or a bowl on the top, it doesn't touch the water as it gently boils. So I'm going to use metal bowls like these. You could use glass, but because this heats up quicker, that's what I'm going to use. And for the ingredients, I have 200 grams, which is 1 cup of sugar in this large bowl. I have 200 millilitres of lemon juice, freshly squeezed. That's half a cup plus a third of a cup. I have a tablespoon of lemon zest. You don't need to use that. I'm using it because it gives that extra lemon flavour, but I will strain it out at the end. I have a pinch of salt because I'm going to use unsalted butter. If you use salted butter, you can leave out the pinch of salt. I have 127 grams, which is 1 stick and 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter. And I have 3 medium eggs, which would be large in the USA, and an additional 3 medium egg yolks. So that's all the ingredients. And I'm going to start off with putting the salt, the lemon zest and the lemon juice into the sugar, and I'm going to simply mix that around to get it combined. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that onto my pan of simmering water, and I'm going to stir that until I'm sure that the sugar has all dissolved and the mixture is heated up. You don't need to see me do that, but once I've done it, I will come back and we'll go on to the next step, which is to incorporate the eggs into that lemon mixture. As I'm letting that lemon and sugar mixture heat up, I'm going to whisk my eggs together. And then I can just leave that until our lemon mixture is fully heated. So my lemon mixture is now hot, as you can see, and the sugar has all dissolved. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to temper the eggs by pouring in just a little bit and whisking all the time. If you pour it all in, the eggs will just scramble. And then I'm just going to pour a little bit more in and keep whisking. And I'll give the eggs a bit of time to take up that temperature, and put some more in. So that's got the eggs in completely, and what I'm going to do now is to put that on to my saucepan of simmering water, and whisking all the time. I'm going to heat that until it's thickened to a ribbon type stage, so I'll show you that. So I have to whisk and stir all the time until this thickens up. It should take 10 or 15 minutes. I have it on a very low heat. As you can see, it goes very frothy as you're whisking it, but that froth should work itself into the mixture as it thickens up more. Now that's beginning to thicken. I can feel that on my whisk thickening quite well. And as you can see, the froth is beginning to work itself in. Right, I think that's good enough. Now I'm going to do a test with a spoon. So if I coat the back of the spoon and draw my finger through it, and it stays apart like that, so I think that's good enough. So the next thing to do is to strain that to remove the lemon zest. If you put lemon zest in and you want to leave it in, you can, but I'm going to strain mine. So I have a strainer here, and I'm just going to pour the mixture into the strainer and strain it through. And I'll need to use a spatula to push it through because it's thickened so well. So that's good. And if there were any lumps of egg mixture, and I can't see any in mine, but if there were any lumps, this straining would get rid of them as well, of course. And so the final thing to do to create the curd is to put our butter in and stir it round until it melts. And that is now melted quite nicely. So the next thing to do is to put that into some jars, and I've sterilised some jars for mine. So I'll just prepare those. So with the jars ready, I'm going to pour some curd into them. And with the jars filled, I'm going to take my sterilised tops and put those on. And I have two decent sized jars here that I've filled, and a little bit left over, which is ideal because as that cools down, I can then show you how thick it gets. So I'm going to let that cool down now, and then once the small amount has cooled down, I will come back and I will show you just what it looks like when it's fully ready to use as a spread or a filling for a cake or something. I've let the lemon curd cool down completely so that I can show you the sort of texture that it is when it's cool. And so this is what it looks like, and I have some on a teaspoon here. Which I will just taste. I normally wouldn't eat it straight off the spoon. I'd put it on a biscuit or something, but we'll have a taste of it. has that silky smooth texture and a nice strong lemon flavour, and you get the sugar, so it's tart but it's sweet as well. Very, very nice indeed. And this is perfect for me for spreading on scones or toast, or putting into the filling of a cake, or putting on top of cupcakes and things like that. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick recipe, and if you have, please give me the thumbs up below the video and click to subscribe to my YouTube channel. In the top right hand corner of the screen there will be an eye that you can click on, and that will take you to a link for the recipe, and I'll put a link for it below the video as well. And I'll be back with another recipe in the very near future, so until then, happy baking.